Hi, I'm Annie with Bright Star Massage in Eugene, Oregon. Today I'm going to talk about Ashiatsu and foot care and the routine that I use to keep my feet clean and smooth and healthy for Ashiatsu. When I first started out in Ashiatsu, I was really concerned that this was going to be a huge issue and that, maybe my feet were really calloused and it was going to be a big deal to get them smooth. And also because I am a runner, I thought that there would be some conflicts between running long distances and Ashiatsu. Some runners really have issues with calluses or losing toenails because of really long distances, and I've never had any of that trouble. I've never even gotten a blister. I know what shoes I like. I've always worn Ultras and I just don't get blisters. Even when I get a new pair of shoes, I just wear them and I'll go on a long run immediately, and it's not a problem for me. It turned out to not be an issue at all, and so I don't even really put that much thought into it, foot care, but I do have a routine and it's pretty automatic at this point. So I use one of these electric sanders. It's battery operated. They do have rechargeable ones, but in our household we have a few devices that use batteries, and we just buy rechargeable batteries. So whenever they're AA's, whenever they run out of charge, I just charge them. So this thing turns on and it makes a little noise, and this wheel rotates, and that's what I use to sand my feet. I do this when my feet are dry. I know a lot of times people have those kind of cheese grater looking things that they might use in a shower, and I guess the idea is that when your skin is soft, you use that and it knocks the callus down, but really that just tears up the skin. I mean, it's going to make it like, just think about what a cheese grater does to cheese. It's going to do that to your foot if your foot is wet. So you use this when it's dry, and you will see like a buildup of dead skin cells. It's kind of gross. Just like powdered dead skin cells that come off when you sand your feet. Also, I get a callus right here from holding the bars. In the first couple of years that I've been practicing Ashiatsu for a couple of years, and in the first bit, the first year, I was holding onto the bars probably more than I needed to, just out of, nervousness or just concentrating on what I was doing. I'm much lighter on the bars now because, my balance is there and I feel really relaxed and confident in what I'm doing. But I do still, you grip the bars for some of the advanced techniques and just certain moves. I get a callus right here. So I usually just move my ring so it doesn't get sanded, and I do that right there too. That's part of the routine. So I do this when my feet are dry. I usually do it a couple times a week before I go out for my morning run, because I know once I go running my feet are going to be all wet and sweaty. And then when I get back, I take a shower. When I get out of the shower, I just put on any kind of heavy cream. I've used all different kinds of heavy cream, whatever you find that you like. Put it on my feet and then put my sock on, and that just helps soften the feet. The only kind of cream that I don't like, and it's just a personal preference, I don't like anything with glycerin in it because it's very sticky, and the sock fuzz just sticks to my feet and it's really uncomfortable. So when it's July or August, really hot, the last thing I want to do when I get out of the shower is put socks on my feet, and so my routine changes a little bit. In the summer, I will often put cream on my feet and then put my sock on in the evening just for 20 or 30 minutes, usually while I am watching a show. Around our house, we have dinner and we usually watch, 1 or 2 shows on TV. So I'll put that on my feet and put my socks on. Some people might like to do that with the cream and the socks and then go to sleep. Personally, I can't stand to sleep in socks, but that might work really great for some people. When I'm in the shower, I just use a basic nail brush to get under the nails also. And I use something sharp and pointy to kind of, just get under the nail. Sometimes there's a buildup of dead skin there or sock fuzz or whatever, and you just get that out. I do paint my nails, and I can easily see getting sick of doing that because it's kind of labor intensive, and not doing it at some point. It doesn't really matter. I've seen Ashiatsu practitioners that do paint their nails and those that don't. I'm not a particularly girly girl, but for some reason I just think this is nice. And I never used to paint my toenails before I practiced Ashiatsu, but I did it a couple times and I just kind of liked it. I like looking down and see these pretty toes. So I use this Sally Hansen Miracle Gel. You can find it anywhere. I like it because it lasts a long time. It doesn't chip off. So at the most, I would probably redo my nails like maybe every other week. So, I mean, the painting part, I will sort of trim them or file them a little if they seem a bit long. But as far as completely taking the polish off and redoing them, I don't have to do that too often because this stuff just lasts a long time. It doesn't chip. I use a basic nail file to, file down any edges. One thing I learned that I have to be careful with is when you're cutting your toenails, cut them straight across and be careful not to cut them too short. You want short nails, but you don't want an ingrown nail. So sometimes if you cut your nail not straight across, kind of crooked, then it grows into the side of your toe and it's painful. And it's not really very comfortable to go to work when your toe hurts. At my office, I wash my feet in the sink, and I also have a spray bottle with alcohol in it that I'll use if I need to. I also have 2 pairs of shower shoes, so I can, wash them in the sink just with dish soap and, let them dry. And I sort of rotate them throughout the day if I have back-to-back appointments. Another thing that I do between each appointment is clean the floor completely. I have 30 minutes in between each appointment, and I clean the floor with alcohol. I have laminate flooring, so this won't work if you have carpet. But with laminate flooring, it's easy to just use one of those Swiffer mops, and I have a whole bunch of microfiber, machine washable towels that I put on there, and I just wipe down the floor with alcohol. So on a laminate flooring, you can see the greasy footprints, where your last client stepped when they got off the table and they had oil on their feet. And so I just wipe all that down. And I also have yoga mats on each side of the table. So if you are in a treatment room that has carpet, it could be a good idea to just put yoga mats on each side of the table, because those you can clean with alcohol or with Lysol wipes or something to just make sure everything is clean between appointments. So a lot of times when you do Ashiatsu, you have your clean sandals, beside the table. And when you hop up off the table, if you need to hop off the table to flip the client over or something, you sort of hop into your clean sandals so that your feet are never touching the dirty floor. If you have those yoga mats and you know that you just cleaned them for the treatment, you don't need to worry about it too much. You can just jump down onto the mat because you know that that whole area is clean. I think that's it. I don't know what else there is to say about foot care, but I do remember when I first started, I was very concerned with this and I thought it was going to be like a huge thing, but it's really not that difficult. Just keep your feet basically smooth. They don't need to be pristine like a baby's feet. They're never going to be. Just do the best you can, keep them clean and keep them soft, and enjoy Ashiatsu.